What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy fwStick, aka Stick, coming at y'all with another banger video, man. Y'all see the title of the video, 2025 mock draft. I honestly don't know any players for real in this upcoming draft besides Ace Bailey, Cooper Flag, Harper. I think it might be a Johnson from Alabama, and that's really all I know for real. So I really just been looking for something to see who, you know what I'm saying, at least top 30 potential athletes that should be drafted into this upcoming draft. And yeah, if y'all new to the channel, make sure I like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know what I'm finna say if I'm watching the video. I might as well react to it. Now let's get into it.
Lottery happened last week to establish the official order that the first 14
I forgot the
picks
combine
will
didn't
be,
happen.
and that obviously changed a lot regarding how to approach the main event.
Dallas got
Pretty
number
much
1, 2. Crazy
immediately
work
after
still.
that, the NBA Draft Combine got underway, where we saw pretty much every prospect available in this year's class get their official measurements done on things like their height, wingspan, vertical leap, speed, and agility, plus some shooting drills, and then also some players took part in some scrimmages to try to show out in front of scouts and boost their stock. Now all of that has gone down, and it's time to once again update our mock draft
Let's
based
see
on this new data available to us, which is exactly what we're here to do in today's video, because there has definitely been a bit of a shakeup. Before we start though, it turns out a good amount of you watching right now.
Alright, Brody.
Now starting with the number 1 pick in the draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flag.
I'm actually hearing a lot of people say Dallas might trade for this pick. Well, cause you gotta think about it, bro. They got hella big men down there. Do they really need another Cooper Flag? Like, they trying to go chip ready. Like, they chip mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got Anthony Davis, Galford, Lively. Shit, I got another nigga down there. But, yeah, they got hella people.
This one is not going to change between now and the draft, so not much.
Niggas are talking about Ace Bailey,
when the
bro.
Mavericks somehow won the lottery, they managed to save their franchise's future, because landing Flag as a building block for the next generation after trading away Luka Doncic is a miraculous win for them. Flag has been the top prospect in this year's class from the very beginning, and his Player of the Year campaign at Duke only solidified things further. He has all the intangibles to be an elite two-way presence. He's a fiery competitor who uses his 6'8" size and strength to bully opposing defenders, and he's a reliable perimeter shooter that you have to respect. His floor should be borderline all-star level, and his ceiling is one of the best players in the game.
Okay, Cooper
Next,
Flag.
with the second pick, the San
Dang, they got Harper at number 2 over Ace? Are they
Dylan Harper from
just going from 1, 2, 3 draft? They going from like that. Okay, my bad, I'm messing up.
The number 2 pick seems to be locked in as.
But I don't know though. Like, I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think this nigga watch basketball. I don't think San Antonio Spurs would get Harper. They already got White Castle, Chris Paul on his last leg, and then they got Javante Murray. Wait, no. I ain't like, well, I don't know. I think they got Murray still. Yeah, they got White Castle and Chris Paul. And these niggas is the same. White Castle and him the same size.
Harper is the clear-cut number 2 prospect in this class, and he represents the future running mate of Victor Wembanyama for years to come. Sure, the Spurs just
and De'Aaron Fox, yeah. They not picking him up.
Point guard of the present, as an all-star caliber guy that can help the team win now. But that's not a reason to pass on a potential future all-star, especially when Fox only has 1 year left on his current contract. Harper measured in at 6'4.5" tall with a 6'10.5" long wingspan, which is very solid for a lead guard. He's incredibly strong with an impressive feel for the game, and his playmaking skills will have time to develop learning behind an all-star like De'Aaron Fox. Next, with the third pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select VJ.
I never heard of VJ Unzababa.
VJ Edgecombe from Baylor. The 76ers have a difficult decision on their hands here because this is the range where the difference in talent available becomes much more minimal.
Ooh.
Edgecombe gets the slight nod here for me right now because he brings an intriguing combination of long-term potential and short-term productivity. In the short term, he's already an incredible defensive talent who caused havoc in Big 12 play this season with great hands and fantastic lateral agility to poach passes and generate steals, while also having ridiculous recovery skills used to shock jump shooters by exploding into his shot contests. Offensively, he flashed a ton of potential as a slasher, getting to the basket and exploding around the rim as a phenomenal athlete, and he converted threes at a mediocre rate that could definitely
He got that
for improvement. Most importantly, he's willing to embrace whatever role is asked of him, which was evident during his time at Baylor. And for a team like the 76ers, who have a ton of star talent already, they need someone with both the long-term upside worth swinging on in the top 5, while also being able to contribute in a lesser role.
They play with Buddy Hill.
And Edgecombe fits that bill. Next,
whoa,
with the 4th pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Ace Bailey from Rutgers. Next, with the 4th pick, the Charlotte Hornets select...
Bro, this nigga is like a 3, bro. He plays the 3, bro. Who made this? Like, this nigga, I don't think this is a good, like... I don't think Ace Bailey would go to the Hornets, bro. If that was the fucking case... Him and Miller is the exact same player, damn near.
Ace Bailey from Rutgers. Bailey is probably the most polarizing prospect in this year's draft class
no way he did that shit.
He has some incredible green
Shout out
flags in his
Keisha,
game,
man.
while also having a few other alarming red flags that make you proceed with caution. He has the mindset of a #1 scoring option, and what he showed at Rutgers was that he is determined to try to get a bucket every time he touches the ball. The problem with that is he struggled quite a bit to create separation and took a lot of bad shots. He makes a lot of bad shots, but he takes a lot of bad shots. Then at the combine, he measured in a few inches shorter in height than initially advertised, actually standing at about 6'7" instead of 6'10". He gave an interview where he talked about how those bad shots aren't actually bad shots for him because he practices them, and all of that makes it clear he will want to play like a go-to guy at the next level. So if that's the case, then Charlotte is a much better fit for him. In Charlotte, he'll be able to have more of a green light without being expected to play winning basketball right away. He'll benefit from the playmaking skills of LaMelo Ball next to him, and they're...
So this nigga is going off based off the, like... I guess the mock draft is based off on how you feel, but I think Ace Bailey is the top 2 pick.
So he can learn through experience. Next, with the 5th pick, the Utah Jazz select Con Knipple from Duke. Con seems like the most obvious Jazz pick of all time for more reasons than just how he looks. The Jazz got the worst luck from the lottery, entering with the worst record in the league.
That's a Jazz pick for sure.
Picks completely, but Con is the best player available here and may be the most well-balanced prospect in the class. He is an absolute sharpshooter, knocking down 48% of his spot-up threes this past season. He's an incredibly underrated ball handler and secondary playmaker, running a flawless pick and roll, making the right reads to either find the roll man or pull up for a nice mid-range jumper, and he can be plugged into almost any role in the offense and produce well. Next, with the 6th pick, the Washington Wizards select Trey Johnson.
Yeah, no, I heard about bro. Matter of fact, nigga, I betted money on this nigga in the beginning of the year because he looked like he was tough. Nigga, you sold me my motherfucking money, nigga. Hell yeah, I know exactly who this nigga is. He sold me some money. Let me see what they say about you.
Johnson led the SEC in scoring this year as a freshman, demonstrating the kind of wiggle and naturally...
He wasn't scoring when he played when I put money on him.
Salivating. He creates space with ease off the dribble.
Okay.
Can confidently pull up from anywhere on the floor.
Johnson, okay.
And he tested very well at the combine. Trey had the fastest lane agility time at the combine, which backs up the idea that his wiggle and separation are top-notch, and he also ranked in the top 10 in standing vertical leap, so he can get up fast without even needing much momentum. The Wizards had the league's worst ranked offense this past year, so they are in desperate need of all the scoring talent they can get, and with Trey Johnson being the best left in that regard, they will welcome him with open arms. Next, with the 7th pick, the New Orleans Pelicans select Kaman Maluach from Duke. Maluach's season ended on a sour note as he struggled mightily with the physicality of Houston in the Final Four and couldn't even reel in a single rebound in that game, so he needed a strong showing at the Combine to get people to buy back into his long-term upside, and that's exactly what happened. Maluach is definitely a project right now, but he officially measured in at 7 feet and 3/4 of an inch tall, without shoes on, with a monstrous 7'6" long wingspan, which was the biggest at the entire combine. Malowach is massive, and he's ridiculously long, and has all the makings of an impactful rim protector as he continues to fill out his body with muscle down the line. He even showed off a reasonably promising shooting stroke in the shooting drills at the Combine, so there are real tools to tap into.
Luol Deng.
And for a Pelicans
That's the
team
next
in
Luol
need of big
Deng,
men,
my nigga.
they'll be looking to swing at upside with this pick.
No, that ain't even the next Luol Deng. Hold on, chat.
Impactful rim protector as
Bro, there was a nigga that used to play for the Timberwolves back in the day, bro, that looked just like, bro. I forgot his name, bro. Dang, what was that? Bro? Somebody, bro, if y'all know who I'm talking about, bro, it's an African dude that played for the Timberwolves like a couple years back.
fill out his body with muscle down the line. He even showed off a reasonably promising shooting stroke in the shooting drills at the Combine, so there are real tools to tap into with him, and for a Pelicans team in need of big men, they'll be looking to swing at upside with
Where's the Atlanta Hawks at, bro?
Next, with the 8th pick, the Brooklyn Nets select Jeremiah Fears from Oklahoma. Fears is another player who has a lot to reel in, but is oozing with talent. He's one of the youngest players in the class, not turning 19 until October, right before the regular season starts, but for someone so young, he's a dangerous playmaker with the ball in his hands. He gets wherever he wants on the court with a lethal handle that he uses to constantly break defenses down, trying to generate some offense, and while he does sometimes get a bit out of control and isn't exactly the most efficient in doing so right now, he has the natural ability to manipulate defenders and create space that can be worked on. He was also the 3rd fastest player out of the 91 participants in the 3-quarter sprint at the Combine.
Okay, so we learned some new people, chat.
Low by defenders. Toning down his shot selection and slowing down a bit are points of emphasis for his development, but for a Nets team without any real point guards on their roster, he can be the one running the offense for them. Next, with the 9th pick, the Toronto Raptors select Colin Murray Boyles from South Carolina. Murray Boyles has a clear-cut skill set that will translate at the NBA level as an incredibly versatile defender with switchability and useful strength, but offensively, he needs some work. He's a big man who measured in with a height of just 6'6" at the Combine, which is very small for someone playing his position. And if you're going to be a small ball big man, you should at least be able to shoot the ball, but Murray Boyles ranked 2nd to last in the spot-up 3-point shooting drill, which is a bit concerning. The Raptors are starting to shift
6'6" big man.
Back to focusing on winning again though, so they'll view him as someone who is NBA ready to defend.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That transition to NBA gonna be an opener for that nigga. That nigga playing it too.
And hard from day one. Next, with the 10th pick, the Houston Rockets
this is a athlete right here. I didn't see his game multiple times. He got a good post, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get that board. He aggressive. He got good mid-range. This is actually somebody that I do know. I didn't know his name, but I have seen his face. Houston Rockets could use him with I don't know, but I think he's a top center in, you know what I'm saying, in this so far.
Queen showed out during March Madness, showing off the fact that he is an incredibly talented offensive big man who can comfortably score around the basket, can attack
Nas Reed type. I like the Nas Reed type builds. Used to be point guards, and now they got taller now. They still got the ability.
Measuring in at 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, which is decent but nothing to write home about for a center. He was also the slowest person in the entire Combine in the lane agility drill. He was the 2nd slowest at the Combine in the shuttle run, and he was also the 2nd slowest in the 3-quarter sprint. The concerns about his conditioning, combined with his lackluster defense, make it so the team that drafts him have to plan on featuring him more heavily into their offense for it to be worth it, and the Rockets have an interesting summer ahead in that regard. Steven Adams is a free agent, and reports have also stated that the Rockets would be willing to trade Alperen Şengün in a deal that lands them Giannis Antetokounmpo, so they will need reinforcements at center regardless. Next, with the 11th pick, the
Do you ever think Giannis will go to Houston?
Portland Trailblazers select Noah Essengwe from France. The Blazers have a lot of young guard talent already and could definitely use some versatility at the forward positions, and Essengwe has really been turning it on overseas over the last month. He's a 6'9" forward with multiple 20-point games over the last month, and his team even scrimmaged the Portland Trailblazers in preseason of this season. So the Blazers front office got to see him up close that night, where he dropped 20 points while being primarily guarded by Deni Avdija. Asengwe moves very well at his size, is a natural athlete, and is an easy fit, so I like it a lot for Portland here. Next, with the 12th pick, the Chicago Bulls select Carter Bryant from Arizona.
Lil Mosey
may not have the star upside that other prospects have this year, but his floor is higher than most, as someone who generates a ton of steals and blocks on defense, is a reliable floor spacer from 3, he crashes the glass hard, and moves well without the ball. Bryant was also the fastest non-guard in the 3-quarter sprint at the Combine, so physically he's incredibly impressive. And for a Bulls team looking at the board,
high school
seeing
shit, man. Come on.
potential stars available,
Get the high
it
school
doesn't
shit
hurt
on my
to take
face,
a sure thing in a useful role. Next, with the 13th pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Kasparas Jakučionis from Illinois. Jakučionis was once in top 5 pick conversations, but then his turnovers started to pile up, his jumper went through a long slump, and his weaknesses started to become a bit more glaring. As a big guard with excellent court vision and passing skills, he definitely is still going to be given lottery looks though. He performed fairly well in the spot-up shooting drill and the star shooting drill at the Combine to prove that his jumper is far from broken, so the 31% shooter we saw at Illinois may have room for improvement, and in Atlanta, he won't need to be a high-usage guy backing up Trae Young and having
Yeah, he
the
just
size
need
to
to get. Oh,
operate
this is Atlanta
next in the
pick.
backcourt thanks to his
Oh yeah,
size.
this is Atlanta pick. He just need to get picked. He
And
just need to get
finally,
boards.
the last pick of the lottery, the San Antonio Spurs select Rasheer Fleming from St. Joe's. Fleming might be one of the most special physical specimen available this year. Fleming is a 6'8" forward with an absurd 7'5" long wingspan, which was the 4th longest wingspan at the Combine behind 3 centers. He has everything needed to be a monster on defense, using that length and combining it with the 2nd fastest shuttle run at the Combine this year, showing off the fact that he has amazing feet and can rotate and change speeds quickly on defense. He also shot 39% from 3 this season in college, so when it comes to playing the 3-and-D role, Fleming fits the bill with better attributes than anyone else, and for a Spurs team with the kind of length it has in the rotation already, and pairing him with Wembanyama in the same front court, it would give a...
All right. That was the NBA mock draft by Hoop Reference. That's his opinion. I think some of them picks should be switched around just for the simple fact that it's, just team and like who they already have on their team, and I don't think that is a good fit for that player. Which they could possibly still get drafted. Like I said, this is a mock draft, but me just kind of like just and like I said, analyzing the team and seeing how the player plays. I don't think that'd be a good fit for him, but we will see when the draft starts. I don't know when the actual draft starts, but just know we will be having full coverage on it. Let me know if there's any players that y'all think I should keep my eye on that might sneak into the lottery pick, or just an overall talent player that I haven't seen. Let me know in the comment section down below. We are live on Twitch every single day. That's down in the description below, man. Make sure y'all tap in with me. It's your boy fwStick, aka Stick, and I'm out. Love y'all. Gang.